Our general question on the paper is the following. Can sustainable soft management practices contribute to reducing gender inequality and especially to breaking the glass ceiling in a company like AB Inbev, Belgium? In order to answer this question, we analyzed different concepts. The first concepts are the gender segregation and the glass ceiling. Let's start with gender segregation. There are two forms of segregation: horizontal segregation and vertical segregation. Horizontal segregation refers to the under or the over-representation of women and men in occupations or sectors in the economy. On the other hand, the vertical segregation of the labor market refers to the concentration or the over-representation of women in certain levels or of the professional hierarchy. The second concept is glass ceiling. The glass ceiling is considered to be all the visible and invisible barriers that separate women from the top of the professional and organizational hierarchies. There are four barriers to the glass ceiling. The first one is discrimination based on gender stereotypes. Second one is the perception on women in leadership. Then we have the demands of family life. And finally, the underinvestment in social capital. Now we will develop the concepts of sustainable HR and soft management. Sustainable HR strategies can be defined as the management of human resources to meet the optimal needs of the company and community of the present without compromising the ability to meet the needs of the future. Management has always been considered as a tough discipline. Recently, another kind of management has raised called soft management. In fact, the management style is changing in our society, going from the hard management to soft management. Soft management is considered to be more flexible, close to people, and based on emotions. During our research, we found out the existence of a close link between those two concepts. Indeed, applying soft management will help attaining a more sustainable HR.
In order to see how those theoretical concepts are applied in practice, we decided to interview some employees of AB Inbev. We chose AB Inbev because from an external point of view, it could appear as a masculine environment, along with the fact that it's a big company with a lot of influence on the Belgian economy. AB Inbev has a strong company culture that affects employees. They have, amongst others, to face a lot of pressure. There is a high engagement of employees due to the fact that there is a strong company culture. Employees are ready to work hard and work many hours. There is a vertical segregation that is clearly visible. Only 1 out of 14 of the board of directors are women. And there are a lot of sectors where very few women are present. For example, in the supply department. In AB Inbev, even though it might be seen as a masculine environment, we can see some elements of soft management. Indeed, communication, well-being of employees, flexibility in the working hours are typical elements of soft management in AB Inbev. In general, we can conclude that there is a meritocratic policy. However, when we look at the statistics, we can see that there is a glass ceiling. Therefore, we suggest the following recommendations. First of all, soft management can bring beneficial additional value to boost and adapt management to the current concerns. As another recommendation, AB Inbev could implement teleworking in its official policy in order to give more flexibility to its employees. Therefore, women could be able to balance personal and professional life easily. Furthermore, the firm should redefine the perception of workload, which seems to deter many women from taking on more responsibilities in fear of depleting the management of a household. Finally, the implementation of women's development programs can help preventing gender inequality. Throughout this paper, we try to answer the research question: can sustainable soft management practices contribute to reducing gender inequality and especially to breaking the glass ceiling in a company like AB Inbev? In order to solve gender segregation and break the glass ceiling, soft management can lead to a new definition of a leader. To counter hard management, the soft one provides the sustainable management. Soft management defines that women and men are basically different, and it's exactly throughout this difference that synergies reside. Finally, adapting the findings to the research question, we have found that there still remains hard work. In fact, we have noticed that AB Inbev hasn't implemented enough soft management policies.